Okay, just finished my first plasma donation at BioLife, and I'm going to kind of walk through the process of how that very first donation went. That first donation does take quite a bit longer than how the next donations coming in will be. So starting off, I walked in, they did just kind of like an onboarding process, and I did have to have my physical social security card, and then like my ID, and then my proof of living, because it didn't match on my ID. So if your current address is on your ID, then you should be all set. After that, I just went in and I answered a couple of questions, and then I went to go get my finger pricked so they could collect some blood samples and check to see if like my iron levels and my protein levels were all good. They took my weight just to make sure that I was healthy and I was able to donate, which I was, so we were all good. After that, I answered like a questionnaire, just consenting that I understood how everything went. Again, pretty straightforward. They weren't hiding anything from you. Then I went in and got a physical. It was just kind of how you would at the doctor. They just asked a couple questions. They just checked my throat, checked my heart rate. It was awesome, super easy. After that, I was able to sit right down. They also checked my veins to see which ones were going to be better to stick. I was all set, got some good veins. They were able to stick, and so I sat down. I was very scared of the needle, not gonna lie, but it's not nearly as bad as everyone makes it seem. Promise, it's not that bad. Then it wasn't like, oh, I'm just laying in bed. There was a little bit of discomfort, but nothing painful, nothing that you couldn't handle. Just to be prepared for it. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but other than that, it's super easy. Everyone's super helpful, and if anything does feel more than slightly uncomfortable, there were attendants everywhere that I could have just raised my hand and been like, hey, this doesn't feel quite right, and I'm sure they would have taken care of me. So after that, I sat down for about 15 minutes just so that they could monitor me and make sure I was okay to drive home, and I was. So I'm all set, and that's how my first donation at BioLife went.